Hey guys, Tony here. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing really well. In this video, we're going to take a look at a question that I get asked all the time, and that is, what is the best speaker for my room? And I struggle to answer this question because to me, I believe that the best is quite subjective. Now, a lot of people use the spec sheet on a speaker, which is essentially marketing material from the company that produces the speaker, to go by whether or not it's better than brand Y or brand Z or any other brand. And a lot of people do feel that they have something better if the specs on paper are better. But to me, the only real way that you're going to know if it's the best for you is if you listen to it for yourself. So in my case, I have the MX10, which is the LCR that you see behind me, which has left, center, right, and two subwoofers in a baffle wall configuration. It's got acoustic material over the front. It's a system which is designed to prevent sound interferences, I guess you might say, things wrapping around the cabinets and other reflections. It sort of gives a very cinematic sound with the way the waveguides work. They've got 10-inch drivers on them, so they're quite capable of producing a big sound. And these are second to the bottom. So there's three other models which are bigger than these for bigger rooms, but my room is 3.6 by 4.6. I could possibly go with an MX20, which is the same waveguide, but slightly bigger drivers and bigger and more sensitive subwoofers. But to me, in my room, these MX10s are the best. Now, I've heard a lot of other speaker brands. You know, there's Procella, there's JTR, which I haven't heard. Hope to hear them one day if I ever get to the States. But there's a number of brands, and people will be very passionate about, this is the best. You haven't heard the best until you've heard this. Now, while I'm very passionate about Krix, I don't think anyone could ever accuse me of saying that I've said they're the best. They're the best for me. I understand a lot of times when I'm asked this question, it's because people can't get to go and see these speakers. So what I would suggest is consider things like distance of the seat to the speakers. Look at the SPL ratings and the sensitivity ratings of the speakers. See how much power is required to generate high SPL. You can also use some common sense things like, okay, if I've got a big room, possibly using in-wall speakers is not going to be the best thing, and go for a cabinet speaker. To me, the best result you can get is by having speakers behind the screen. That's for me personally. I love the fact that the sound is coming directly from what you're seeing on the screen. It's an incredible thing, and I think more and more people are adopting this now, and I think that's a good thing. But in terms of, is my brand better than another brand, that's up for you to decide. And I guess the reason why I made this video is because I get asked this question a lot. And I think people get frustrated when I won't tell them, oh yes, definitely Procella is better than Triad, or another speaker is better than another speaker. That's the reason I won't, is because you may enjoy the sound from Triad and another person may enjoy the sound from Procella. And I prefer the sound from Krix because that's what my ears like. I've always liked the horns, like I had Klipsch before, and I like horns. It's just me. I like the sound from horn-loaded speakers. So again, consider distance from the screen, SPL requirements of the room. What are you trying to achieve from your room? Is budget a factor? Is form factor a reason, such as in-wall, on-wall, cabinet? Like me, I've got a plinth that these rest on. There's a number of factors, but the best, I don't think anyone will ever be able to tell you what the best is. You need to figure that out for yourself. But anyway, I thought I would also show you, because I love these speakers so much, I actually got an upgrade for them. And Krix recently brought out a new amplifier. And they designed this amplifier for the MX5, the MX10, which you see behind me, and the Cyclonics 11 and Cyclonics 12 subwoofers, which are the flexible version of these speakers. So a subwoofer which matches that without the acoustic material, and you can place it other areas of your room if you need to get the best bass response. So this amplifier can go 300 watts, 500 watts, or 700 watts. It's a dual mono amplifier into 4 ohms, I should have said, into 4 ohms. So mode 3 is for non-Krix subwoofers. So if you had a subwoofer that you need up to 700 watts, this is great for that. It has a number of features. It's already got the filters and the high pass and low pass baked into the cake, so to speak, with the different presets. So because Krix know their MX10, they know all of the requirements for that subwoofer. So if you press mode 2, everything is already done for you in the back end.
So that's a really cool thing with these subs, is finally there is an amplifier to go with them, because previously I've been using the PX3 Yamaha amplifier, which is big and ugly and noisy, and it doesn't look very good in the setup, especially if you had a living room. Having a big noisy PA amp like that isn't ideal. There are other benefits as well. It's fanless, it's got a 12-volt trigger, it's got a magnetic front, so it just looks like another nice, you know, small black box that you can hide away, and even if it's in view, doesn't matter because it looks pretty cool. It's only got one little light on the front, and on the back you've got some speaker terminals, and you've got RCA in as well as XLR. So plenty of options for connecting your passive subwoofers to it. There's a link in the description if you're interested and you need to get one. I bought this one through Sydney Hi-Fi in Mona Vale, my good friend Mick. If you need one and you're in that area, just give Mick a call and I'm sure he'll be able to help you out. Again, tying this all back in, I invested in that amplifier because I'm invested in these speakers. These are my end game speakers. These are the best speakers for me. So therefore I didn't see any reason why not to get another Krix product to connect to them. So not a sponsored video. I have no shares in Krix. I think you get where I'm coming from in terms of how to pick the best speakers and the best LCR for your setup. If you have any questions, why not leave them down below? If you want to let me know about your setup, also leave that down below. Let me know what speakers you're considering, how you came to the conclusion to pick the best speakers for your setup. Again, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like on it and subscribe if you're not already. I have plenty of videos coming, including a full room tour of the room I'm in right now. There's been a lot of changes since the last room tour last year in August, so make sure you subscribe so you see that video. Thank you very much for your time, and you'll catch me in the next video. Bye for now.